My sister gave me this beautiful cake stand, so I am going to make a cake to go into this cake stand. I'm just using a store-bought box of cake mix, but I am going to hand make buttercream icing. One day I'll learn how to make cake batter from scratch, but for now I'm just using the store-bought. It's still very good. And then homemade buttercream icing. So I'm gonna get these cakes started baking, and I will show you the process along the way. I divvied the cake batter in between two 9-inch cake pans, followed the directions exactly, well, almost exactly. See right there? Do not eat raw cake batter, whatever. I've been eating raw cake batter for over 30 years and I'm still alive. So yes, you know I'm licking that bowl. So this is like super moist French vanilla. It definitely tastes like vanilla. This is the first time I've ever tried it, so we'll see how it turns out. So let's see, we have 2 cake pans, 2 9-inch pans, 24 to 29 minutes. All right, I'll put those in the oven and then let them cool down. And then after I take them out of the oven, when they start to cool down, then I will make the icing, but I will wait till then. I don't want to make the icing too early because I don't really like to refrigerate the icing. I like it just mixed. All right, this is my buttercream icing recipe. This recipe has been modified from my cousin Narissa's recipe. I will link her channel down below. I got the original recipe from her. It is a great recipe, but it makes too much icing for just me and my husband. So I cut it in half and changed a couple things. And I've tried this out, this recipe one other time, and it works great. So if you only want to make one cake, and you don't want to have tons of leftover icing, this is a good recipe. So you want 0.75 cups of butter, which if you're familiar with sticks of butter, 2 sticks equals 1 cup. So it's going to be 1 stick and a half. So a stick and a half of butter. And then shortening is measured differently. The stick of shortening, you can see it's thicker than this butter. So 1 whole one of these equals 1 cup. See right here, it says 1 cup at the bottom. So I just don't want you to get confused because 2 sticks equals 1 cup of butter, but only 1 stick of shortening equals 1 cup of shortening. So, and then 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I have this vanilla, you can use any vanilla that you like. I picked this up in San Antonio last year and it's really, really good. So I'm gonna use that vanilla, and then 3 cups of sifted powdered sugar. So this is just plain powdered sugar from the grocery store. You want to sift it. If you don't, your icing is gonna be clumpy. So all I do to sift it is I have this handy strainer that is very, it has thin little holes in it, and I just sift the 3 cups of powdered sugar through this, and then my sifted powdered sugar will be in there. I'll show that in a minute. It's an extra step, it's a messy extra step, but it's really necessary because you don't want lumpy icing. So anyway, I'm gonna get these ingredients started mixing together. I've combined the shortening, butter, and a teaspoon of vanilla. Now I'm gonna mix that together. And I also sifted the powdered sugar. I used this sifter. You see how there's like a couple clumps left in. Otherwise that would be like in your icing, making it clumpy. So this is what it looks like sifted. And then, let's see. I also need to help this along with a spatula. Alright, now I start scooping in scoops of the powdered sugar. You know what, I'm going to stop it as I do that. Alright, so just slowly blend in the powdered sugar. And I'm going to do that 1 scoop at a time until all the powdered sugar is in the bowl. Alright, all the powdered sugar is now in there. It's just blending. You need to stop and scrape the sides a couple times, but then keep letting it blend. We're going to blend it for 1 more minute, and then it is ready. It's looking nice and smooth. Alright, the icing is good. I taste tested it. It's awesome. As you can see, it's not tons of icing, but I have 2 9-inch round cakes. I'm going to do the layered method. I have this as the bottom, and this I'll flip over to be on the top, and I'm just going to ice it. I'm not doing any fancy decorations. It's just going to be plain icing because this is just for me and my husband. It doesn't have to be fancy. So I will ice that, and I will come right back. Okay, I just put icing in the middle, and now I'm going to flip the second cake on top of that. This is the tricky part, and I don't have my tripod handy, so you're not gonna be able to see me either do it right or fail miserably. We'll be right back. All right, I got it centered perfectly. A little did stick to this. My fault. I flipped them when they were still too warm. So anyway, now I am going to ice the entire thing. All right, I am done. Just a simple icing, just a simple 2-layer cake, nothing too complicated. Like I said, it's just for me and my husband, so it's perfect for us. And as you can see, there's no leftover icing, which is what I wanted, because last time I made a bigger batch and there's just too much icing. So I'm so happy that I cut it in half, so there's no waste. The last time I made too much icing, I did freeze the leftover, and then when I thawed it out, I didn't like the consistency. I didn't like how it came out after it was thawed, so I decided, you know, maybe it works for other people, but it didn't work for me, so freezing icing didn't work out for me. So I wanted to make just what I needed without any waste, so I think this recipe worked perfectly, just enough to cover a 2-layer 9-inch cake, used from a boxed cake mix. And then this is my new glass stand. Let's see if it should work. Let's see. Oh my god, how do people do this? Tricky, tricky, tricky. Perfect. Look at that. This new cake stand my sister gave me. Beautiful. Very happy with how it turns out. Here is the buttercream icing recipe again. I forgot to mention on the butter, this is salted butter. Some people like to use unsalted butter, and then they add like a half a teaspoon salt later. That's just an extra step. To me, it's just as easy to use salted butter. So only 4 ingredients: salted butter, shortening, vanilla, and powdered sugar. Very easy, and it is extremely delicious. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons, and I will see you later.